Hello, everybody. My name is Muhammad Hassan Pureboy, and in the next 7 minutes, I will persuade to you the importance of saving our planet by bringing awareness to the planet's sudden climate change. Okay. In past years, climate has become a very crucial and unavoidable topic, affecting each and every one of us. For the ecosystem of the Earth to properly function, the temperature has to be within a certain limit. According to NASA and the vital signs of the planet, when climate change occurs, temperatures tend to increase, causing these ecosystems to develop imbalances in them. These changes are such as they result in floods, massive drought, intense rain, as well as frequent and severe heat waves. This is all according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. These increases in temperature also cause the oceans and glaciers to experience changes. The oceans are warming and becoming more acidic, and glaciers are melting at an abnormal rate, leading to rising sea levels. As these changes tend to occur at a more consistent rate, in future decades, they will likely bring about new challenges to our society and environment. These changes in the climate can have an adverse effect on the bodies and lives of every living creature, and the rate at which the heat on Earth is increasing can lead to more intense heat waves during the summer while producing less extreme cold winds during the winter. During the past century, human activities and developments have aided in releasing large amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Most of these gases come from burning fossil fuels to produce energy. According to the NRDC, greenhouse gases create an insulating layer around the Earth where they trap a certain amount of that emitted by the sun. This is called the greenhouse effect, and it's natural and necessary to support life on Earth. However, due to the introduction of more quantities of these gases into the atmosphere, the temperature of the Earth's surface increases. People have adapted to the stable climate and have enjoyed since the last ice age, which ended several thousands of years ago. A warmer climate can bring changes that can affect every important and essential aspect of our daily lives, like our water supplies, agricultural power, and transportation systems. There are some climate changes that are unavoidable and nothing can be done about it. For example, carbon dioxide can stay in the atmosphere for nearly a century, so Earth will continue to warm in the future. Global warming has taken effect in the world over the last century. It is unusually rapid increase in the Earth's average surface temperature over the past century, primarily due to the greenhouse gases released and people burn fossil fuels. Global warming is due to the enhancing greenhouse gases emission and buildup in the Earth's environment. The gases that have an influence on the atmosphere are water vapor, carbon dioxide, dinitrogen oxide, and methane. Almost 30% of incoming sunlight is reflected back into space by bright surfaces like clouds and ice. And the other 70% most is absorbed by the land and ocean, and the rest is absorbed by the atmosphere. The absorbed solar energy heats our planet. This absorption and radiation of heat by the atmosphere is beneficial for life on Earth. Today, the atmosphere contains more greenhouse gas molecules, so more of the infrared energy emitted by the surface ends up being absorbed by the atmosphere. By increasing the concentration of greenhouse gases, we are making Earth's atmosphere a more efficient greenhouse. Climate has cooled and warmed throughout the Earth's history for various reasons. Rapid warming, like we see today, is unused in the history of our planet. Some of the factors that have an effect on climate, like volcanic eruptions and changes in the amount of solar energy. Climate can change if there is a change in the amount of solar energy that goes to the Earth. Volcanic eruptions can really affect climate as well, because when it erupts, it spews out more than just lava and ash. Volcanoes release tiny particles made of sulfuric dioxide into the atmosphere. These particles get into the stratosphere and reflect solar radiation back out into space. Snow and ice also have a great effect on climate. When snow and ice melt, Earth's climate warms and less energy is reflected. This causes even more warming. These are all many different ways that plants, animals, and other life on the planet can affect climate. Some can produce greenhouse gases that trap and aid global warming through the greenhouse effect. Carbon dioxide is taken out of the atmosphere by plants as they make their food by photosynthesis. During the night, plants release some carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere. Methane is made while farm animals such as cattle and sheep digest their food. Cars and trucks can affect climate by releasing carbon dioxide when fossil fuels are burned to power them. When wildfires occur, carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere. However, if a forest a similar size grows again, about the same amount of carbon that was added to the atmosphere during the fire will be removed. Some effects that scientists have predicted in the past would result when global change was occurring. Loss of sea ice, accelerated sea level rise, and more intense heat changes. Scientists have confidence that global temperature will continue to rise for decades to come, largely due to greenhouse gases produced by human activities. This has been the warmest decade since 1880, according to the Climate Central, and 2016 and 2019 have been the warmest years on record. The Earth could warm up by an additional 7.2 degrees Fahrenheit during the 21st century if we fail to reduce emissions from burning fossil fuels. Therefore, if humans would contribute to control global warming, this world would be cooler and the high temperatures we currently would have would decrease, and everybody as a one takes a stand and try to end most of the climate changes that are occurring in this world would be a lot safer and a lot easier to live in, and we would be a lot safer. Thank you.